Should I film like this from this angle? I can't find an angle. Okay, today is Tucson Gem Show day 2. Yesterday was my first day actually crystal shopping. So now that I have been at the gem show for a whole day, I realize why people don't post as much as you would think. Like, some of my favorite people that I follow were at the gem show, and I'm like, oh my god, keep posting more. I want to see what's happening at the gem show, and they didn't post very much. And I'm like, if I went, I would be posting 24/7. Okay, well, I didn't post at all yesterday while I was shopping, because it's chaotic and overwhelming, especially since this is my first gem show ever. So it's a lot more confusing than I thought it would be. Like, I knew it was a big show with a lot of different shows in it, but I didn't realize how difficult it would actually be to find the shows that you're looking for. Yesterday I visited Enter the Earth, which was absolutely amazing, as I knew it would be. And I went to the 22nd Street show, which was definitely different than I thought, because it's mostly a retail show and not a wholesale only. And I went to one show that I just kind of like saw it as I was driving by and was like, oh, I'll check it out. And it was like totally the wrong thing. I think it was just a jewelry show. And the person working there was like really rude to me. Like, I was registering for wholesale and I gave her my vendor's license, which is what you have in Ohio to pay sales tax, whatever, resale certificate. And she's like, this is not what we take. She was like really rude about it. I'm like, this is what the other vendors asked for. Like, what else do you need? And she was like, you need your business license. I'm like, I mean, I guess I can show you my business license, but that's not what anyone else asked for. Like, all the other shows ask for the resale certificate to show that you are paying sales tax, or your EIN number. I don't know, the EIN number is iffy. Some people want it, some people don't. It's just getting very confusing about what paperwork you need for each show, and it doesn't always say online, so that I'm kind of struggling with. So hopefully today, I've done a lot of research since yesterday on which shows I want to visit. So today I think I'm going to go to the Pueblo Gem Show, because I think it ends tomorrow, so I want to check it out before then. I feel like people don't say which shows they're at, and it makes it really confusing, because like I think I'm going to a good show and then there's like nothing there. So the logistics of the show and just getting around and stuff is getting really confusing. Yesterday was chaotic, but I did spend a good chunk of my budget. Let's go look at some rocks. Okay, I just got back from Tucson Gem Show day 2 shopping, and today was such a great day. I'm so excited because I found like the gem show that I was like envisioning, with like the giant carvings and the huge spheres and like all those like photo op places. I finally found it, so I'm really happy. It was the Pueblo Gem Show, in case anyone is wondering. Finally got like those magical gem show moments with the giant rose quartz with like the points. I only went to 2 shows today. I went to the Pueblo show and I went to the I don't know what it's called, but Village Silversmith was there. That was the vendor. I bought a lot there. I love them. I visited their Salem like retail store and I really loved it. They have really great prices. Sorry if the camera's really shaky. My phone is literally standing on a roll of bubble wrap and pressed up against some bagels. So we got like a makeshift thing going on here. I also talk with my hands when I have nails on. I don't normally do that. I do want to tell you about a nightmare situation that I had at the very beginning of my gem show travels. So Saturday evening I left Ohio and flew to Phoenix, and I picked up my rental car and I spent the first night in Phoenix. And I had a bit of a nightmare situation with the first hotel that I was supposed to stay in. It was a Quality Inn, and spoiler alert, there was no quality to be found. And I'm just gonna say I am not fussy with hotels. Like, I'm a bit of a cheapo, so as long as it's like decent, I don't need any bells and whistles, okay? I'm like, I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars a night, especially since I'm here for 9 days. Anything that's decent will do. So I got to this place. It had fine reviews, like over 4 stars. It wasn't even cheap. It was like $150 a night, so it wasn't like super duper cheap. And it was under renovations, but it was sketchy. I got in about 11:30 or midnight. The lobby was just full of like renovation stuff, like construction stuff. The place just looked, it didn't even look old and worn down, it just looked bad. I got to my room. I actually didn't even get to my room. I went upstairs, walked down the hallway to my room, and I will insert a picture. There was a pile of mattresses at the end of the hallway, and there were just like people sitting in the hallway, like on the floor at midnight in this hotel, and I heard people talking from like behind the mattresses. It was weird, okay? I didn't even get to my room. I didn't even get to my door. I turned around and walked out that front door. Didn't even like say anything to the front desk guy. I just cut my losses. I'm pretty sure I'm out like $250 because they had like a deposit or whatever. So I'm out like $250 because I would not stay there. My intuition was just like, no, turn around, shut it down, don't do it. I felt like, no, I'm not, this is weird. Especially as someone who is traveling alone right now, I just don't really want to take my chances in somewhere that I don't feel safe. So I ended up going somewhere just right down the street. It was like $200. It's stupid. It's stupid. I was out a lot of money for that, but, and for just one night too. Like I left in the morning to drive to Tucson. So I'm trying not to get fussed about those things like I normally would. I just feel lucky that I have the extra money to take care of it, and I'm just gonna whatever. It's always something when I travel. I want to show you guys the most exciting find of today. Honestly, this crystal is like one of the main reasons why I've switched my flight. Come to Tucson like a week early is because I wanted it so badly. Look who it is. It is apatite with orange calcite from Brazil. As soon as I saw that this was at the gem show, I like panicked because I was afraid I wasn't gonna be able to find any. I've actually been looking for this crystal for a couple of years now. I was hoping it was gonna be at Tucson before I ever saw anyone posting it at Tucson. Like everyone's saying, oh my gosh, I've never seen this before. I saw this years ago and I've been thinking about it ever since. I have it bookmarked in my phone. This crystal has lived rent-free in my mind since 2019. I saw this in Sedona. There was a giant sphere of it. Actually, now that I'm looking back on the price of that sphere, it was a big sphere, like that big, and it was $500. I'm just gonna tell you, this was about $300. So yeah, looking back, that was actually a really good price. I got this for my personal collection. I'm so excited that I found a place that had them. There were really, like literally only a couple left, and most of them were pretty low quality. So I scooped up all the high quality ones. They were really, really expensive. I am so excited I found this. Maybe I'll find some more, unlikely because it seems like it's going pretty fast, but I had seen one of the vendors I follow on Instagram had posted that they had it. So I checked there, and lo and behold, here it is. So beautiful. I have one sphere that I'm gonna put in my shop and a couple of other miscellaneous pieces. I have one really cool giant palm stone. I'm really nervous because this is a bag of crystals and I just dropped it, and this is like, I'm nervous. I just need to double check real quick that I didn't break these. Okay, so apparently the whole entire bag broke. The guy I bought the malachite from literally just tossed him in a Ziploc bag. Like, whenever I'm picking up crystals at these shows, I get like, I am like so nervous touching them. I'm like holding them like they're the most prized piece in the world, just because I don't want to like drop them or get yelled at by the suppliers. And then meanwhile, the suppliers are just throwing them around like they're nothing. Looks like all the malachites are intact. I got more malachite yesterday from a different supplier, and then I grabbed a couple more today. These were a little bit cheaper. I got a bunch of garnets, spheres, and 2 camerite spheres. Literally only 2 were decent quality, and they were pretty good price, like much cheaper than I paid for other camerite. Here is a very exciting purchase. They really just, sometimes they don't even wrap them, and they just throw them in here. So here's a big bag of Larimar. I got one really like bigger sized piece. The lighting in here is so awful, but I got a couple bigger sized chunks. I'm really excited to have some really nice polished Larimar. Larimar is one of the things I came to Tucson looking for. It was on my list. I also got another crystal on my list today, which was like fibrous malachite and azurite crystals. Here's a really big Larimar slice. I'm really excited about that one. I got a bunch of little small pieces, so I decided I'm gonna do Tucson mystery boxes in my shop. I'm gonna have different price points, but I got a bunch of little Larimars, so I think I'm gonna throw some of those in the mystery boxes. I won't give away all the secrets, just in case you want to buy a mystery box and you want it to be a mystery. Okay, today is Tucson day 3. I'm so exhausted from yesterday, so I'm probably just gonna like take it easy today. I think I'm gonna visit one show. I think I'm going to the Kino show. Then I have some errands to run. I have to go to the like Office Max or whatever and pick up some boxes and stuff to ship out some orders. And then I'm probably just gonna relax and like clean my hotel room because it's messy in there. It's crazy. And I actually have to switch hotels tomorrow because I am driving back up to Phoenix to pick up my mom. She's gonna join me for the second half of the show. So I have to switch hotels, so I have to have everything packed up tonight. So I'm gonna go pretty easy on the shopping today, probably. Yesterday I shopped for like 6 hours straight and I didn't even take a break to eat or anything. So my feet really hurt, my legs hurt, and I tripped and fell yesterday. That was pretty embarrassing. I don't think anyone saw it. I tripped on a weed on the ground when I was walking to my car. I'm going to try and film a lot more today while I am shopping because yesterday I tried to do it. I tried to film more and then I ended up just like getting like 5 little clips. I went back to make a TikTok of my videos that I took and it was like nothing. I really thought I was doing a good job, but I only got like 20 seconds of footage. So today I'm going to make a focus more on filming so you can really get the gist of the show instead of just watching a long video of me talking. Break. I'm at the Kino show. So I have some great news about the Kino show. Oh my god. There's been a lot happening since we last chatted. I said I was having like a slow start, a bit of an off morning. And after I finished filming, I was driving out of my hotel parking lot And when I was pulling out, I saw some guy with a camera, like watching me. Not a camera, but he had his phone out, like watching me. And I was like, okay, whatever, I'm just being paranoid. Like, there was no one in the back of the hotel. It was like a parking lot, but it was totally empty except for like people taking trash out and like me and this guy. I was backing up. I saw him staring at me with his phone out, and I was like, maybe I'm being paranoid. I turned to drive past him, and he still had his phone out, like watching me drive away. So that really threw me off. I was like, okay, I'm already having a weird day. Now this guy's filming me sitting in my car. That's so incredibly creepy. Like, I'm already such a paranoid person whenever I do things alone. Like, I'm just afraid that people are like watching and judging me. So that made me feel like, oh my God, was I doing something that's so weird that he had to film me? I guess I'll never understand why he filmed me, but I don't think I want to get in the mind of a creepy weirdo anyway. That's one of those things that sucks about traveling alone, especially in a place you're not familiar with. Like, I've only been to Tucson once. I don't really know anything about the city. It's just like I can't do all the things I would want to do because I'm alone. Like, I can't go to the national park yet. Like, if it were 100% safe to do whatever I wanted, I would probably just go sit in Saguaro Park for like a whole day. And then I was like, okay, whatever, brushed it off, and I got to the show. I got here pretty early because there was like no one here yet. And it was just like some old people walking around. And it's like, that's when you know you're early, when all the old people are out. I was like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna check out the show. I hated it. I was like, this show kind of sucks. I'm not really finding anything that I like. Got my first man telling me to smile. Some old man, like old, told me to smile. I'm like, thanks. And then I walked past him again. He's like, you look beautiful today or something. I'm like, thanks. Uncomfortable. After that, I was really like, okay, vibes are so off today. I'm just gonna like go home. I bought a couple things from this one seller, a couple of big towers. Like, I liked the towers, but I wasn't like super excited about the find. It wasn't anything like out of this world. I bought a couple things and I was like trying to find my car, and then I stumbled across like a whole other half of the show that I hadn't seen. So I only saw like the very end corner, and I was like, I don't really like what I'm seeing. And then there was like a whole huge section that I missed. So once I found that section, I was like, okay, things are really looking up. So it's like 1 second you're trying to leave the show, and then the next second you spent over $1,000. So I got some things I'm really, really excited about. I found some Veracruz amethyst, pink amethyst, pink optical calcite. I think I'm gonna go back for more because I really, really liked it, and I feel like it's one of those things I will regret if I don't go back and get it. Running all over the show, back and forth, getting food, going to my car, picking up all my boxes from all the suppliers. It's hot, I'm pooped. Things really turned around for this day, and I'm very happy about it. I got so many good things today. But I'm gonna finish these curly fries so I can go back and get my boxes, because I need to go take a nap. Okay, Tucson day 4 or whatever it is. Today is not a very interesting day because I just checked out of my hotel, and I am driving up to Phoenix to pick up my mom. So I'm spending the night in Phoenix. No gem show shopping today. I thought I might maybe go to one show, but I'm just so pooped already. So I'm gonna have a relaxing day. I'm going to visit, I'm thinking maybe I'll visit the Desert Botanical Gardens in Phoenix because I went there before and I really liked it, and get some lunchies and just check in my hotel and relax. So not much to be seen today. What do you have to say for yourself? today is the last day of Gem Show shopping and I'm with my mom. So anyway, I just dropped off all of my packages that I've bought so far and I'm nervous because the lady was rude. This is gonna be a mukbang eating while we film. I decided to buy all of my labels myself. I brought my computer and my Rolo printer, so I just printed all my labels in the hotel room. I didn't get my syrup.
You want me to go get it?
Yeah, I feel like it would be best with syrup. Anyway, so I printed all my labels myself in the hotel room and I just went to drop them off at the UPS store. And I had so many boxes that we had to get a cart to bring them all into the store from the car. And then we brought them all in there and then the lady's like, is it under $1,000? Because if it's over $1,000, you have to bring it to a different location. After we just carted it all up into the store. And I think she meant it was under 1,000 per box and I had like 10 or so boxes. So I'm like, I guess. So I just left them there, but I'm not really sure why it had to be under 1,000 per box. So that makes me nervous and I don't know if they're going to arrive properly now. Burger King people were nice. The UPS lady was a little sassy. She had no empathy, I could tell. Maybe I'm just so used to my local UPS people being very, very, very nice, so whatever. I'm sure she's tired of carrying Gem Show boxes, so I can't blame her. So the packages are gone. I'm gonna buy a little more today. We found some fakes. And we found some wings.
Some wings.
Teeny tiny. See, okay, here's a real.
Oh, wow.
Real versus fake. These real ones are actually really nice.
Those are real?
Mm-hmm. These are all man-made. These are all fake. Okay. Ooh, wait, I want these. Mookaite spheres.
Okay.
Look at these nice mookaite spheres.
Now you're gonna need one.
Well, I like hand-picking mookaite because sometimes you get duds. Oh, Mom, look. Bracelets. Real malachite mushrooms. This is that really cool, like, different type of moonstone.
I saw the flash.
I've never
Well, that
had
was
these
flashy.
before, but people really like them. Maybe I'll get some. I might. It's my first time actually seeing it. Wow. Look at this. This is the high quality sodalite.
What is it?
High quality sodalite.
Oh, it looked like lapis.
I love the deep dark sodalite. You can tell these are lab grown because why is there one yellow one in there?
Can I take a picture of you?
Mm-hmm.
I bet taking pictures here isn't that big of a deal.
Some of them are. But these are all lab grown. That is not a natural structure. They all look exactly the same. I'm kind of surprised by the little yellow one right in the middle. I've never seen that before, actually.
Creativity.
Like, they all are the same. That's how you can tell they're really fake. These have survived the whole few weeks and they haven't broken.
Here I come. Flopping in.
I wonder what happens if you break it and you like literally can't afford it. What do you do?
Yeah, it's a good question.
During super sale.
I'm sure wants to lug that back. Tell everyone what you're doing.
I was very focused on my box not blowing away. So we are outside of our hotel in Tucson, packing your orders out here in the parking lot. Because we are disorganized. Now I need my bubble wrap. It would be fine if it wasn't legal. But all the people in the hotel are looking out their windows at us right now. My hat's gonna fly off.
Jason.
We're safe.
It's gonna be good on the night later.
So most of the orders I packed inside the hotel, but I needed more boxes, so I had to run out Walmart and get more materials. And we already checked out the hotel, so we're just gonna do it out here. So I may have bit off more than I can chew for this trip, but we're just doing it. Got nothing but time. Nothing but time. At least we're not doing this outside in the snow right now. It's a beautiful day.
It's gonna be 80.
No problems. Just gonna pack them all out here and go inside and print all the labels and then go to the post office. Easy peasy. Doing this for the people. Doing this for you. Disorganized but committed. Committed to the people.
You're a good person, Emma.
Hey people, I haven't checked in a few days, but I just had to share this find with you. This is the find of the show. This is a 4-pound citrine tower, and you'll never believe how much I paid for this. You won't believe it.
$500.
Not even $500. 4 pounds. This citrine tower was $390. Can you believe it? $390. It was originally, I think, $1,600. And I got it for $390. I really feel like I robbed them. I was nervous to check it out. I had to double check. I was like, is this really the price? And she said, yeah, it was true. It was true. It was $390. So it was what is that? A fourth, a fifth? Like a tiny, tiny fraction of the price. This is less than it would even be wholesale price. So I really don't know why they marked it down this much. It has a tiny chip at the top, but just literally the smallest dent ever. I think I'm resting this on a bag of cheese, and I think the camera keeps slow. I didn't even think about it. I just panicked. I just bought it. I just had to buy it. There's no other option.
You did panic.
I did panic. I thought they were going to change their mind and be like, whoa, $390. You can't pay that. That's not right. So that was the best find of the show, aside from my apatite and orange calcite. 6 pieces I got for the shop. I would definitely say I was surprised by how kind of confusing the gem show was, because not everything is wholesale. They don't make it very clear.
But that's where you find those little finds, though.
Yeah.
Like that. What's the blue one I got?
Shatukite. But he pronounced it differently. Shatukite? He said Shatukite. I think that must be the right way, because if the guy's name was something Shattuck. The Kino show had some really good finds. And some nice people.
Everyone seemed pretty nice.
Everyone was nice at the Kino show. Enter the Earth was really nice. Easy, fun shopping experience. 22nd Street show was kind of a disappointment. I mean, I got some good stuff there, but it wasn't really what I was expecting. They didn't have many wholesale tents. It was kind of just a retail show. I would say the Kino show and the Pueblo show were like the shows. Like those are the ones that people go to. That's where you get the butterfly wings and the big giant crystals and all the photo ops. Just very, very different than I expected, honestly.
I didn't realize they'd be scattered throughout the city.
Yeah, I knew
thought
there
it was
were
all one
multiple
spot.
shows, but I didn't really realize how far apart and separate they were. Like, I kind of thought there was, like, a main show.
Yeah.
I thought there was, like, a main show where the showcase was and, like, all the tents and all the big crystals and all the photo ops where everyone goes. I thought there would be something like that, but there really wasn't. It was just a bunch of separate shows that were very far apart from each other. So I would say if you're going to Tucson, I definitely think you should get that map of where all the shows are and, like, plan which ones you want to see each day. Because I didn't really do that. Originally, we planned to come for only 4 days, I think. 3 or 4 days. And that would have not been enough time for wholesale buying. I wouldn't have gotten to buy anything.
We need a cart.
We need a cart for sure. All my crystals are now dropped off. That was a hassle. I decided to repack everything I bought instead of just putting it on a pallet and shipping it off, just because I wanted to save a couple $100. And I did save money, but it was a huge hassle bringing everything into the hotel rooms, repacking, you know, buying my own shipping labels. And then the crisis happened where today is Sunday, and today was the day we were going to drop everything off at UPS store and the post office. And everything's closed. And we leave at like 7 a.m. tomorrow. So that was a bit of a
that was a bad thought.
that was a situation. Should have planned that a little better. Next year, if I decide to do all this again, it'll be so much more organized now that I know what I'm doing. Just because I decided to do all those feed sales, so I had so many packages to drop off for people, which I don't regret doing. I am glad I did that. We stopped at a bunch of, how many post offices did we stop at? Only 2, I think. 2 post offices, and their drop boxes were locked, so I couldn't even drop anything off. UPS stores also closed on Sunday, which I didn't realize. So we had to drop off those at a UPS pickup at a CVS. So I'm kind of nervous to see how all my stuff's going to arrive. I think at least something is going to get lost or broken. It's just been chaos. Chaos this whole trip. Chaos. It has been for me. Your livelihood doesn't depend on this. This is my job. It's chaos.
It's not chaos.
Things are relaxing right now, but it has definitely felt like a business trip because I've been doing work. I sat outside in a hotel parking lot and packaged orders this morning. Chaos. I gotta drive, I gotta worry. Got a lot of burdens. Got my crosses to bear. Plus side is that next year will be way more organized because now I know everything that I did wrong. Anything else to sum up this trip?
I loved it.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Even through me being stressed?
I'm used to that.
Oh, so I'm always like this?
Yes.
Really? This bad?
Yes.
Because I feel like 10 times more stressed than
No.
usual.
Always.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of rude.
No, it's just I'm used to it. That's fine.
Your fingers are turning purple.
Are they?
Yes. It's kind of scaring me. Learn from my struggles how to do the gem show, if you would like to do the gem show.
Not to do the gem show.
How not to do the gem show. That's what I should title this video. What not to do in Tucson gem show. Get a tan on my forehead. Tan that big old forehead. Sun's out, forehead's out.